Okay. There we go.
Oh, we're live again. Well, hey, welcome back into a breaking news edition of the Ryan Ripken Show. And look, we just finished our show, so go check that out. We had Joe Noga of the Cleveland.com and David Hall talking about the Orioles prospects. But we're back right now because we thought, man, we just saw the news. Maybe it's not the biggest news to some people, but Mike Trout, one of the game's best players, battling injury, hurt in his first rehab game, and now the news is out. He has a torn meniscus, and he's done for the year. Bummer, guys, that one of the best players in baseball really over the last 4 or 5 years truly hasn't been able to stay healthy. And kind of you're wondering, is the greatness for Mike Trout, how much are we going to see moving forward? He finishes his season with 29 games played, 10 jacks, hit 220. But again, that big part is 29 games. Last year, 82. Year before, 119. And in 2021, only 36. It just kind of feels like it's an evolution of what's happening here. And you know what, Kevin? We got Kevin, Brad, and Zach.
Boom.
Boom.
There it is. We're back like we never left. Back like we never left. How are we feeling, guys?
Horrible.
Yeah, got it.
Just
got it for Mike.
Disgusted. I mean, I for so long had the argument that I truly believed Mike Trout was going to go down as the greatest baseball player in history. Like that was what I thought was going to go down. And in every case, it seems like it could have if he stayed healthy. It's just gut-wrenching every single year. Because I don't care. Like, obviously, the Angels are in the AL. People want to see us as competitors, all that. When Mike Trout's playing baseball, the game of baseball is in a better spot. Like, yes. He is just one of those faces of baseball that no matter what he's doing, it improves the game. So it's brutal every time you have to see him go through one of these.
Yeah, and unfortunately, too, I mean, we're not far removed from seeing it was Ohtani and Trout, the two of the best players in the world. And then you saw, we've talked about with Trout's injuries, the Angels just in general could never get back to the playoffs. We talked how much we wanted to see the best be in the playoffs. The Angels couldn't get back there. And now for Mike Trout, you're sitting there, he's 32 years old. Yeah, he can still go out and be a fantastic player, but now you just have to keep asking yourself, is the best years now unfortunately behind? And my biggest thing is I just want to see Mike Trout play. And he's loyal to the Angels, but him being the guy that you were saying we're going to set all these records just goes to show you, man, that how to stay healthy for such a long time is so damn hard. And he has been great already. His Hall of Fame career, it speaks for itself already, guys. I mean, looking at it right now as we speak on this, he's 22 home runs away from 400. He's going to clear that. You know, whatever it's going to be that happens. And you can sit here and look, was he the best player in baseball for that 10-year period from 2011 to 2020? Yes, yeah, he was. And so I'm just makes you sick, right, Kev? It's a tough situation. And for baseball, they were looking for more and more names to, you know, be the faces of it. Mike now wanted to chill, though. He didn't want to be that face of it, but clearly he was must-see action for ball or for Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and it's brutal. I mean, you always want to see the best go out there, the best play, and the best perform. And, like, you know, Mike Trout has had plenty of electric moments over the course of his career, some against the Orioles, which we do not speak about. But to me, it's, you know, one of these guys that has all the talent in the world, but we see it in all of sports where you have to stay healthy. And, you know, we can pull plenty of examples from other baseball players, football players, basketball players. So, you know, hopefully he's able to come back and do his thing. But again, it's been the same story here for what seems like the last handful of years, and that's what's unfortunate in this situation.
So I real quick, I have a stat, and Talking Baseball, shout out to them, John Boy, put this out. Between 2021 and 2024, Mike Trout has only played in 266 of 648 Angels games, an average of 66.5 games per season. In the games he's played, however, he has a .951 OPS with 76 home runs, which is a 46 home run per 162 game pace. It's never been the talent. It's never been a question of if he can still play baseball, if he can still dominate at his age. When Mike Trout's on the field, he is a top 3 player in baseball, no questions asked. What sucks is it's when can he be on the field? He's playing a third of the games over the past 3 years. It just sucks to watch because you want this guy to be out there. He's better for the game when he's playing. And it just sucks. Even at his age, he's going out there and just dominating. And
it really does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. And for me, like I also think about it from an Angels perspective, from the organization perspective. You got to look at the contract that Mike Trout's under. And, you know, to your point, Zach, he's been playing a third of the games over the last 3 years. The Angels got Mike Trout through 2030, paying him $37 million a year. You know, at what point do you start as a you know, in the front office, start to think about this as far as like longevity is concerned? And not to say that Mike Trout can't come back from this, but obviously there's a pattern here. And so is there some sort of action that the front office can take, would take in such situations like this? Rip, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that there's 2 parts. One, Mike Trout has made it clear that he does appreciate being with one team. Like was frustrated when the team wasn't performing, but I think he's had the chance if they wanted to move on from him up to this point. I think if he said, hey, if you're going to go in a different direction, I want to know Ohtani's gone. But for this year, he said, hey, no, I want to be here. I want to continue to build through this. And I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
But if you're the Angels now moving forward, Mike Trout still can help and be one of the top players in the game when healthy. The problem is, when is he going to be healthy? That's the question that you have to talk about now on a consistent basis. But if the Angels don't have a plan for their rebuild, or they're trying to figure out where they are, because they feel like they're in limbo. They really do. I mean, there's no sugarcoating that. Do you have that discussion with a team that's trying to win right now of saying, Mike, we know you love the Angels. We know you love being here. And if you want to be here, they'll let him stay there. They love Mike. But if not, and there's a door that can open and another team has a window, would they be willing to take on those last few years of the contract? Because right now to 2030, that's 6 more years. That's saying Trout's going to play until he's 38, 39.
39, yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's $37 million a year for the next 4 or 5 or 6 years. And
I bet Mike wants to try to play as long as he can, but at the same time, he might reach a point and say, hey, my body just can't do it anymore.
Right.
And if that's the case, then, you know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're going to see Mike Trout play until he's 38, 39, especially when you're seeing now with talking about with your knees, how explosive and dynamic of a player he is.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the style of play in his body it started to just wear down. And that's the part I hate. I hate seeing greatness be taken with injuries, but also just being realistic now. That's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Zach.
I did just want to kind of point out one. If he's going to go to another team, I feel like we all know what team it is. It just feels destined that he's going to be a Philadelphia Philly eventually. It just feels destiny at this point. But I did want to put out there, Mike Trout has made a statement on Twitter. So wanted to share that. Mike Trout said, since my initial surgery on May 3rd to repair my meniscus, my rehabilitation proved longer and more difficult than anticipated. After months of hard work, I was devastated yesterday when the MRI showed a tear in my meniscus that will require surgery again, ending my hopes of returning this season. Playing and competing is a huge part of my life. This is equally as heartbreaking and frustrating for me as it is for you, the fans. I understand that I may have disappointed many, but believe me, I will do everything I can to come back even stronger. I will continue to help my team and teammates from the dugout as we press forward into the second half of the season. Thank you for the support, Mike Trout. Guys, that broke my heart.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I hate. He's a great dude.
Yep.
He's so respected. He's so damn good when he plays. And I think that's just, and you can see it even in the words. And I know it's probably, it's a nice scripted, you have the PR, but just reading it, you can feel and understand what the game means to him and that he can't go out and play to that caliber hurts. But hey, I have no doubt in my mind that Mike Trout's going to bust his ass. He's doing everything he possibly can. And I think people need to understand that. He is going to do everything he possibly can to get back to playing. Now it's going to be figuring out, though, if you're the Angels and you're Trout, what's that look like moving forward? And I did want to say at the moment here, I see John Davies saying, I'm torn on which stream to watch on, Kevin. Well, it's because, guys, when we have breaking news moving forward, we have Kevin and Zach Reacts, which just started their channel over. It's one of the Ryan Ripken Media news shows. It's the second show in the Ryan Ripken Media empire, as Kevin likes to call it.
Empire.
Yeah. So for the Ryan Ripken Show, this is it. And anytime there's breaking news that I can be a part of, it will be on the Ryan Ripken Show. But Kevin and Zach Reacts, for all these types of moments, it'll be over there. So subscribe to it. We're streaming it dual live right now. And eventually we're just going to kick Kevin off the channel.
Yeah,
Not off the show, though.
Well, I tried to look up just Kevin and Zach to see if our link would pop up first, and we are not that famous yet.
No.
So
Is there another famous Kevin and Zach? Damn.
no, it was just like Zach Galifianakis and then like Kevin. I forget who the
Oh,
Kevin
yeah,
was.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then- so
I thought you were saying there's
not as famous. Yeah.
I will
No.
say though, and I've seen it was on Twitter. I think Julia posted it. That hat of "Welcome to the Ryan Ripken Show." I am not Ryan Ripken. I do need that hat.
Or even if it's
Because-
just like I'm not Ryan Ripken.
Yes,
Like just
like
a hat
that.
that says I'm not Ryan Ripken for clarity. Because again, people get Ryan and I confused because we're the same height. So
Yeah,
obviously.
it's a little difficult for people.
Same look.
I believe what the term is called mini me.
Yeah,
Tom's
Ryan
got a
is
good
my-
idea,
Ryan
Brad.
is my mini me.
Ooh, I like
Oh.
that.
Channel dedicated to only Brad's hair.
That's like
I like that.
You want to do like a get ready with me channel, Brad?
Yeah, yeah. Just my hair routine.
exactly.
Yeah, every day before we go live, it's just Brad's like pre-show. He's like doing his hair in the mirror. And then
Oh,
get
yeah.
ready with Brad for the show.
Hey, here's a pro tip: don't wash it every day. There you go.
There you go.
Don't say I never gave you nothing.
Yeah, well, I have different issues than you do when it comes to hair. All right, and Bill and I were talking about it. The Ripken gene is strong, but I will say my dad was losing his hair at this point. That's off topic though. But yes, we got a lot of things brewing here. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. The Ryan Ripken Show we do live Mondays and Thursdays. We actually just did the show live for those that are new to it that could be tuning in. But then Kevin and Zach React are live for every breaking news or they are live for all the Orioles post games, Ravens as we move into the season. We're based out of the Baltimore, Maryland area, but we like talking about baseball. But I'm seeing some questions then about, what's going to happen here with Mike Trout. It does seem like his days of being the everyday center fielder at some point for longevity are probably going to have to change. And I'm hearing some comments about being a DH, and he might have to. What?
I was just do it. Like, I hate because that's another part that people underestimate about his game because of how good his bat is. He's a Gold Glove. Like, he would win if he was healthy 162 games a year. He'd win the Gold Glove in center field every single year. Like, he is as good of a defender as you will ever see in Major League Baseball. But it does, like you said, Ryan, it begs the question, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is losing Mike Trout for over half the season worth the extra wear and tear on his body, playing center field, tracking down balls, diving at everything, robbing home runs? It takes a tear on your body. And the Angels and Trout need to have a tough conversation about, is he better suited off as DH? Because if you're hitting 46 home runs a year, hitting 980 plus OPS like his stats have been over the past 3 years, it's tough to look at that and say it's not worth having him as a DH if you're going to get that production.
Yeah. And I think the other part here as well with the Angels, if you make that move for that team, they're just not ready to win. And they're not, I don't think that it's going to be next year either or the following year. Maybe like teams can make a turnaround if they can put the right pieces in place and quickly. Well, we saw with the Orioles. I know they're saying, they were tanking for a while. Well, they had expectations to be a playoff team in 2018, right? And then it fell apart that year.
Yeah.
Then 18, 19, 20 was COVID, which wasn't a bad year. So 21. So 3 truly rough seasons for the Orioles where you knew the expectations were very low. 19, 20, and 21. And then they were back at it. They drafted well, and the rest is history. Some of these other teams can make moves, but the Angels, their farm system's not ranked very highly. They have a roster reconstruction, but shout out Mike Baumann being on the Angels now. And I think that Mike is going to just
He had a good turnout or a show out. He showed up.
Yes, he did.
Pretty well.
Had a good debut with the Angels. Always pulling for Mike, and I still believe in Mike's talent. And for relievers, it's about finding yourself at the right point. But for Trout, though, if he's going to DH, he can help a lot of teams. And I just don't think – and I saw a comparison Michael Harrison saying, and I don't necessarily want to say that about the Kawhi Leonard part right there. It's a little bit different because, like, Kawhi, when he played for Toronto, I mean, he brought them a championship.
Oh, my God.
You know, like that year, Kawhi was – Kawhi
It was a magical year.
and you could say it was, LeBron leaving the East, but Kawhi was unbelievable.
If we want to make an NBA comparison, how about Brandon Roy?
Yeah, wait. So Kawhi Leonard won with Lowry on the
Even
team.
though the issue is that Mike Trout is like an all-time player, Brandon Roy was not. But
yeah, that's
like,
why I can't do that.
It's the what if factor.
It's like a Allen Iverson,
and
the Phillies.
But also, it's
Or
just
not, the
different. It's
Phillies.
different with in baseball. One hitter can't carry you to a championship because Aaron Judge is unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
But Aaron Judge and the Yankees haven't been to a World Series.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Mike Trout is what, and Aaron Judge right now is unbelievable. But what Mike Trout did for a decade, he couldn't, there's nothing else that he could necessarily do on his part. They've been to the playoff one time. They need other players offensively, and then you need pitching. You need pitching, and it has not come together for the Angels. Basketball, there's 5 guys. If you have one superstar on your team, you can be carried, especially LeBron James can help carry you to a team, one of the greatest. Even a Joel Embiid-led Sixers team can be a dangerous team, right? Yeah. They get to the playoffs. In baseball, you can't get to the playoffs with one unbelievable hitter, right? Like with one unbelievable player, you can't. The Orioles just had Gunnar Henderson and no one else. It's still going to be very hard for the Orioles to get to the postseason. They have to have a collection of other players that can do their roles really well. Yeah. So, and that's a good one. Grant Hill. Yeah. Grant Hill was crazy good. I think that'd be a fair comparison, except Grant Hill, correct me if I'm wrong, he's in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's a fantastically talented player that got recognized.
Trout's a Hall of Famer.
Trout's already a Hall of Famer. He was a Hall of Famer after his first 10 years, after his first 10 seasons.
Trout could never take another bat, and he's unanimous first ballot. Maybe not unanimous, but he's first ballot because MLB is weird about unanimous for some reason. Another one I kind of like, I don't think it's to this level, but Alex brings up Grady Sizemore. Grady Sizemore, which, real fast, friend of the show, Fuzzy from YouTube, massive Grady Sizemore fan. Actually, that's like his hero. So Grady Sizemore, I kind of like that comparison. He says Sizemore, obviously less of a bat, but he was another guy that was one of the top center fielders in the league. And you were like, this guy could be a Hall of Fame type player. Obviously, Mike Trout is a Hall of Fame player, but Grady Sizemore, just injury after injury after injury. And it feels the same way with Mike Trout, where you're like almost screaming at the television, like, don't dive for everything. Don't jump against the wall for everything, because we'd rather, as a baseball fan, I'd rather a healthy Mike Trout than an injured one.
Right.
Yeah. And so for Grady Sizemore, by the way, 4 seasons were really elite, 22 home runs, 28 home runs, 24, 33. And he played in 157 or more games. But after that, 106, 33, 71, 52, 60, 39, 58.
Oh.
And that was, 39, 58 was in the same season. So that was a total of, doing my math, 97 games.
Yeah. How many has Trout played this year?
Trout played 29 games this season.
Oh my God.
So Trout,
That's not even
and
a third.
before this though, and this is what made Trout so great, 2012, let's talk about him really actually consistently in the big leagues. 2012 is his first year fully being in the big leagues. 139 games, 157 in the next year, 157 the following year, then a pair of 159s, a 114, a 140, a 134. So spanning from 2012 to 2019, Mike Trout was playing consistently. The most games he had, or the most he had missed, was 48 games. And I was playing 114. Everything else was 134 or more, almost playing every single day. Yeah. So that's just context for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I know. I remember Grady's ladies. The ladies did love Grady. Hey, he was a good looking dude. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. He's kind of maybe that's a good comp for Kevin, right?
Yeah, I keep finding myself getting roasted for how short I am on social media. I just found
well that photo of you.
It wasn't even fair.
It wasn't even one photo. It was every single one. It was.
Well, yeah, but like when you're standing with us and all six,
with Rob and everybody,
and and myself, and like we're all over 6 feet, and then there's
who's the shortest one out of all of you?
Me, I think I'm 6'1".
Yeah, so I was set up to fail from the start.
Yeah,
good times. Good times.
It happens.
But again, we just thought we'd come on, talk a little bit about Mike Trout. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Talk a lot of baseball, talk a lot about the Orioles. Obviously, we are Baltimore and Maryland based, but we also have another program, the Kevin and Zach React, which is over on the other channel there, which is we're cross-platforming. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe for them. Every breaking news, when they hit 1,000, which they're getting close, help them get to 1,000. We're booting them off the channel, specifically Kevin. It's aimed at him.
Well, are you booting us off, or are we just deciding to leave?
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm pretty sure that I was the one that said that you're leaving after 1,000. So there you have it.
Well, we can't.
If you act up, hey, buddy. I'll remind you who's still in charge.
Well, you're actually not in charge. You were fired last night for your video mishap.
Well, that's way different.
No, that was just a reprimand, not firing.
The thing for me, I think it was safe to say I am not the tech guy of the group.
Correct.
I'm not.
No.
I am trying. I actually can do well with understanding and editing on the backside and all of that. But on that moment of catching a live video, I failed miserably. And now, that is a good point.
Honestly, Rocco's pretty good.
Rocco's great at it.
Pretty good at that.
It's ironic, though, right, Tom, that Kevin's arguing about outgrowing the channel.
I feel like we should put me in like one of those like pills and then put me in water and then hopefully I'll grow. Right, I used to do that as a kid. Right, you get the little pills, you put them in there, and then grow into sponges or whatever.
Or like a chia pet.
Well, no, that's what the hair, right?
But that's almost the same concept.
Well, I mean, kind of. But I'm talking about like it was a small, like literally, it was a pill, and you would drop it in the water, and the pill would dissolve, and out of it would come like a sponge or
like an Orby.
Yeah, something else. You've never done that?
So what you're saying is that we will put you in a.
We got to throw them in the harbor. That's all.
That too. No, but we're gonna get a bucket. We're gonna get a giant bucket and plant him in the studio.
There we go.
Look at that.
And do that live.
We got UV lights and everything.
For the holy shirts and pants. I actually think we should do that one time. We're going to put Kevin in some soil.
It's like that video. I think multiple people have done it, but of like, you like get a thing underground and you just bury it and you have a camera in there and you do like a 24-hour stream underground.
I thought you were saying people put things in a box. I was like, that's a time capsule.
Well, yeah, and then will Ryan pop into? Oh wait, yes, Ryan will pop in, but we got this from D Porter. So
D Porter, dude, D Porter is just love it, man.
Legend.
Rip, I'm sure you've heard it all regarding your pops. So let me tell you, he was always amazing with the fans. I saw him play his rookie year at Memorial, went to his last game at Camden, class act all the way. I guess I'll give him that. No, in all honesty, I give my family a hard time. It's not because, I think sometimes I can never do right with it. People have an expectation of how things are. It's just that's my family. Of course, you're going to joke with them. You know, like they're just like with some of your best buds or even our group here with the show, like people you care about.
Bust their balls.
You're going to bust their balls. That's exactly what I do with my dad. But he set a great example playing on the field. And the philosophy of people spending their time to come watch players that are passionate about what they do, and knowing that they are spending their time to come watch them, and he wanted people to know that. And that was something when I played, and you guys know when I walk around, I love getting to meet people. I love if they tell us on the show, like, hey, we love what's going on. I want to try to take a second to shake their hand, or people talk to us, because I appreciate that you guys are watching this. And that started with moments like that Calvin did. And even for Bill, had Bill on, and for Holy Shirts and Pants members, that is out right now for for all of those guys. So go and check it. We will release some other parts in that interview upcoming here.
Hit the join button next to subscribe.
That's it right there. So, but I'm very thankful for, I've had some great role models. And I'll say, I got to shout out, it all starts with your mom too. Shout out Kelly, man.
Yeah. Kelly's
my mom, I would not be who I am without my mother, so I gotta, the mom set the tone in the family. I'll tell you, the mom set the tone.
I mean, and like going back to like busting on your dad's balls, or like when we, give each other hard times. Like if we didn't do that, there would be something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's like
there's like
it goes back to the part about being authentic with who you are and what you do, and and you guys are so self-conscious, and you'll see it when you guys watch this Bill interview. Even like the upfront and the organic part of, I'm so self-conscious about that stuff with the Ripken name, but I don't look at my family as being the Ripkens. You know what I mean? I don't look at it that way. I look at, that's my dad. You said some dumb shit, I'm going to get on you about it. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with you guys. Kevin says that he's going to overtake, or he's going to outgrow or do something. Yeah, great, Kevin. I'm going to throw you in the damn harbor, and then we'll fish you out.
Well, and then when I do that, I'll be able to wear a hat that says I am Ryan Ripken.
What?
Do you not? We just had a whole conversation.
So you said that you're going to wear a hat that I am Ryan Ripken?
Well, the whole point is Julie made a hat that said, welcome to the Ryan Ripken Show. I am not Ryan Ripken, because whenever we're doing
I know that.
But
yes.
So when I overtake the channel and kick everybody out, then I can wear a hat that says I am Ryan Ripken.
Oh my goodness gracious.
There we go.
That's
okay.
And no one will know the difference.
Yeah.
That's I'm kind of speechless on that one, Kevin. I'll be completely honest.
It's your job to talk words, and you can't talk words right now.
Do you want me to get the kettlebell and we'll do a squat off?
I would
do it.
A squat off. I would not be able to walk for 5 days.
No, actually, I'll give it to him. Kevin would probably win in a squat off solely off of just the lack of motion he has to make. Like if he goes down, like there's
I don't think that's how it works.
Rip, I know, like us squatting is a lot different than Kevin squatting. There's a lot more range of
categories of us versus the short guy. It's
like it is Kevin. I could just see as well those random guys that just can lift a ridiculous amount because there's no range of motion.
I actually have a very high vertical for my height.
You keep saying for your height. You just say you have a very high vertical.
I have a very high vertical.
Is it for your height?
For my height.
Doesn't count.
I just still, I understand lower center of gravity. You can squat more. I'm looking at Kevin's legs right now, not in khakis for the second time in the history of our friendship. I don't think that erroneous that Kevin is going to out squat me in any capacity, Zach.
Yeah, the first time Ryan had me do squats, literally was shuffling for 3 days. It was tough to walk, but that doesn't mean I didn't do them.
That was tough to watch. All right, guys, I have to head out, but sucks that Mike Trout is out. Devastating. Jake, you are in the mirror, dumbass. You look like you're naked. My brother just got back from the beach.
Oh, this is a clippable moment right here.
In the mirror, my guy.
Good.
Good thing it wasn't a sister.
Yeah, no, for real. Just in the background. I told him, I was like, don't come in. And then so I have to go take family photos again. So that's what I was just called to before the Orioles game. But
is that the family photo outfit?
No, I have to go.
Uh-oh.
The hat's coming off.
So Zach wears something that isn't a White Star Sales and
in a Bali sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
You know,
Sometimes. What can we say? But yeah,
he's gonna be the one in his family that looks like a skinny Andy Reid.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
Go.
Mike Trout, that absolutely sucks. Go Orioles. Rogers.
You know what?
Do we get a sneak peek at the family photo?
It's a Bollinger family tradition.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get the Bali After Dark editions out.
Oh,
on the,
God.
Living
I
Shirts and
Want it, to
Pants.
be honest.
Hell yeah.
Oh goodness.
We'll start the Bali OnlyFans at 1,000 subscribers on the Kevin and Zach React channel.
Well, you're coming. You can get ready to start that up tomorrow or Saturday, probably.
Oh, there it is.
Boom. Awesome.
Boom.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys. I have to go deal with that now.
All right.
All right.
Have
So,
fun.
Peace
Have-
out.
Peace
See,
out.
hey, for Cal, well, we were talking about Mike Trout. We will finish off with that and hop off here. But yes, Zach will enjoy his family photos. But what we got on here in the beginning was about Mike Trout. And Calvin, you said right here, Trout has missed over 300 days since 2017. He just can't stay healthy and take a curtain call next season. I want to see him play as long as possible, but that's the part. He's missed a lot of days. And that's why I don't think that he's going to have if his body keeps breaking down, he's not going to play out his contract to 2030. But Mike Trout is better when he's playing.
Yep.
And it sucks. And this is for all players. We appreciate good players.
Yeah.
I don't care who you play for. I appreciate the talent and what they put in. And right now for Mike Trout, it's been a tough go. So, guys, any other final comments here? Thoughts?
Nope.
No, getting ready for the game. Should be hopefully a good start for the O's. And do we want to? I actually saw a comment about. Actually, I'm going to try to navigate.
It's touchscreen.
Oh,
Yeah.
you always do that. I don't know why I forgot you do that.
Yeah, you Mac users.
Yeah, I need a new computer. I might have to make the switch over. Although on the Macs, I do like you can text on them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this feels like a crisp thing. Where is this comment? It was about Trevor Rogers.
You got to scroll up there, Kevin.
It was it's pretty close.
You know how to scroll up?
I'm doing it right now.
Opinions on Rogers' stat line. I can click
Yep.
it right now.
There we go.
There you go.
Pitt Rogers stat line. What do we got?
Do you want to lead it off since it's on you?
No,
Or is it too much pressure?
well,
Too much pressure when it's not your name on the show?
Well, I don't know.
Well, your name is kind of on the
My
show.
name isn't on. Well, I guess half
For
of
this
it
stream.
is.
It's a half gaff.
How does it feel that you're gonna have your name tattooed on someone?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's not.
It'll be interesting.
It will. Yes.
At $1 million, would you get it tattooed on you?
No.
Nope.
I agree. I'm gonna go 6. I'll go 6. I'll get spicy. I'll go 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
Okay. Well, Mike right here, because I'm going to show it up there. Mike's saying 5 1/3, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 Ks, 2 walks. I would love if I'll say he gets 5, maybe pitches into the 6. I say 3 runs, 5 punchies, 1 walk. Orioles win 5-3.
Mm.
Brad?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go 5 1/3 too. I think that's a comfortable spot there. 4 runs seems high to me. I mean, lately Rogers has been doing quite well. I know it is the Guardians, but I'm gonna stick to 2 runs. And he's gonna walk 3.
Okay. So you're giving up
4
2.
Ks.
And how many innings?
5 1/3.
5 1/3. I'll round up. I'm going to say he goes 6, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks, walk. Kevin said 5 1/3.
I said 6.
Oh, getting frisky.
He said spicy.
Spicy.
I said 6.
He does walk a lot though, doesn't he?
So for Rogers, the thing for him, looking at it, and we talked about it with it, it's a guy that he's not going to overpower you with his stuff. He only throws 92, 93. He had injury plagued in 23, down year in 22. all-star in 21. So can you kind of find that? So yeah, I'm trying to pull up the exact numbers for him. But the biggest thing for Orioles pitchers, as you know, it's either you make them earn it or guys get in trouble because they walk. So for Rogers specifically on the year, 105 innings and 46 walks. So he's not walking a ton. You know, so that's under, you know, it's even double under. It'd be 92 or it's less than half a walking inning.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, right? Yeah, it's my math. Yeah, so I think he's good. I think it's going to be rolling. And Calvin, it's a good point. Change of scenery should help in the long run. That's what I think with all this. This is why when people talk about the Orioles report card, you don't know until it actually happens, and until people go somewhere else and things just roll and you get hot. And sometimes you can just get new energy being somewhere else. And also when you're playing for the Baltimore Orioles in the pennant race, you're leaving a team that was really struggling in the Marlins. And now maybe that can be a shot of life. And also you believe that there's the best you is still in there. So I'm for it. I'm with it. Go O's. That's all I have to say about that. Should we wrap it up?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys. On the way out, before we head on the way out, hit that like and subscribe button for the Ryan Ripken Show, which we do the live shows where it's structured with guests on Mondays and Thursdays. This is breaking news that we will have breaking news on the Ryan Ripken Show when I'm able to do it. But when it's not, and you need all the craziness that goes with it, head on over to the Kevin and Zach React, which is a part of the Ryan Ripken Show media. It's a second show, a part of Ryan Ripken Media. It's attached to here. Hit that like and subscribe button and help Kevin and Zach reach 1,000 subscribers before Saturday. That is our goal. And and help me get Kevin off the channel.
Not if I get you off first.
No, Kevin. Kevin.
Pause. It wasn't on me for it though.
Kevin.
I'm saved. It wasn't on me. The camera was not on me.
Oh shit.
Kev.
Yeah, like that matters.
Mike. Yep, Mike, exactly.
Apparently I'm in Bollinger family picture mode.
We're figuring out a lot about our Ryan Ripken Show crew.
Oh God!
What the Zach Bollinger family tradition like no other, and how Kevin really feels about me. That's just
the channel. Let's add that in at the end there.
You had a very easy chance to just say channel.
I said pause when I didn't realize.
You didn't say pause. You just said it.
Yeah, he waited a long pause and then said pause.
I didn't realize. I thought I just said, I said something really funny. Haha, nice gotcha moment. And then I'm like, oh, that.
Well, I hope you don't get me.
That didn't play.
I hope you don't.
That didn't play super well. So.
Oh my! It's added to the reel. Oh goodness!
I don't know if you have to do that.
All right. Have a day. Have a night. Happy Thursday night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back another time. Kevin and Zach React coming at you live post game for the Orioles. See you, everyone.
God damn it.
Kevin, you didn't say pause.